Little Paws Guide to Eco-Heroes, teaching kids about waste reduction. Do you know what happens to the candy wrapper you drop on the ground or the plastic bottle you throw away after lunch? Most kids don't think about it, but Little Paws did. Little Paws was a cheerful golden retriever pup who lived in a busy seaside town with his best friends, Millie the mouse, Tilly the turtle, and Benny the bluebird. Every morning, Little Paws loved to run along the beach, chasing waves and digging for shells. But one day, something changed. When he reached his favorite spot by the rocks, he sniffed the air and tilted his head. "What's that smell?" he barked softly. The sand wasn't sparkling white anymore. It was dotted with plastic cups, straws, and snack wrappers. Tilly the turtle poked her head out of the water, looking sad. "Humans keep leaving rubbish behind," she sighed. "Some of my turtle friends got tangled in it. It's hard to swim safely now." Little Paws' tail drooped. He had never thought about where trash went before. "That's awful," he said. "We have to do something." The problem with waste. That night, the friends met under the glowing moon. Benny flapped his wings and said, "My forest home isn't much better. People leave picnic waste everywhere, bottles, wrappers, and even old shoes. I saw a squirrel using a chip bag as a blanket." Millie the mouse squeaked. "In the city there are bins everywhere, but no one seems to care. They just toss things on the ground and walk away." Little Paws looked around at his friends. "If the humans won't clean up," he said firmly, "then maybe we should show them how." Tilly smiled. "You mean become eco-heroes?" "Exactly," said Little Paws. "We'll learn how to reduce waste and teach everyone else too." Step 1. Reduce. The next morning, the friends started with the first rule of being eco-heroes: reduce. "Reducing means using less stuff to begin with," explained Millie, holding up a tiny paw. "If we make less waste, we'll have less to throw away." Benny nodded. "So instead of buying juice boxes every day, kids can bring reusable bottles to school. That way, fewer cartons end up in the trash." "And humans could bring their own bags when shopping," added Tilly. "Those plastic bags always end up in the sea. I once saw a dolphin mistake one for a jellyfish." Little Paws barked in agreement. "From now on, we'll only use what we really need." The friends made colorful posters that said things like, "Use less, care more," and "Choose reusable, not disposable." They posted them around the town playground. Soon, kids began bringing their own lunchboxes and refillable bottles. Step 2. Reuse. A week later, the team focused on the second rule: reuse. Millie gathered some old tin cans. "Instead of throwing these away, we can make something useful," she said. With paint, ribbons, and creativity, they turned the cans into flower pots and pencil holders. Benny collected old newspapers and showed how to fold them into gift bags. "See? You don't need new wrapping paper every time," he chirped proudly. Tilly even turned a broken shell into a pretty necklace charm. "One person's trash can become another's treasure," she said wisely. Little Paws wagged his tail. "Reusing things helps us save energy and protect animals from pollution." The town children saw what the animals were doing and started joining in. Soon, there was a weekly reuse day where families brought old items to share or repurpose. It became the most exciting day of the week. Step 3. Recycle. Finally came the third rule: recycle. "Some waste can't be reused," Little Paws said, "but that doesn't mean it's useless." The friends visited a recycling center where workers sorted glass, paper, and plastic into colorful bins. The supervisor smiled when she saw the little animals. "Everything here gets a second life," she said. "Old paper becomes new notebooks. Bottles become clothing fibers. Even food waste can turn into compost for gardens. "Wow!" gasped Benny. "That's like magic!" Tilly nodded. Nature has been recycling forever. Dead leaves become soil, and soil grows new plants. Little Paws grinned. Then humans can learn from nature. They created simple recycling charts for the local school, showing which materials go in which bins. Soon, recycling became a fun game among the students, who could sort the fastest and recycle the most. The big cleanup. One sunny Saturday, Little Paws and his team decided to host the Great Beach Cleanup. Word spread quickly. Kids, parents, and even teachers joined in with gloves and bags. At first, the beach looked hopelessly messy. But when everyone worked together, it began to shine again. Little Paws led the charge, wagging his tail as he picked up bits of litter. When the last bag was filled, the beach sparkled under the sunset. Tilly swam happily again, and Benny sang from a palm tree. A little girl smiled at Little Paws. "You're a real eco-hero," she said, giving him a pat. Little Paws barked happily. "Anyone can be an eco-hero," he replied. "You just need to care enough to make a difference." The lesson. From that day on, the town became known as the Green Paw Community. People brought their own bottles and bags, reused what they could, and recycled everything else. The children even started teaching their families about waste reduction. "Every small action counts," Millie reminded them. "One person might seem tiny, but together we make a big change." Benny fluttered his wings proudly. "When we care for the planet, we care for ourselves." Tilly added, "And when we keep our waters clean, all sea creatures can live freely." Little Paws looked at his friends and smiled. "We did it! We turned a problem into a promise." Moral of the story. Being an eco-hero isn't about having superpowers. It's about making thoughtful choices every day. Kids can start small. Use refillable water bottles instead of single-use plastics. Bring reusable lunch boxes and bags. Turn old items into new creations. Sort recyclables correctly. Never litter. Always pick up what you drop. Remember, the earth doesn't need perfection. It needs people and puppies who care. Like Little Paws and his friends, you can be a guardian of the planet, one good habit at a time.